So these tragic LA fires, as tragic as they are, it's a testament to the fact that January is a 1 month. I I said this before this happened. I said it in my January is a 1 month video. I told y'all, just listen. And then what you do is you look up historical fires. So the Great Chicago Fire on October 8th, 1871, you look up the chart for that day. Neptune was in Aries at 22 degrees, and Chiron was in Aries. What's in Aries right now? Chiron. Chiron is in Aries, okay? And then with Neptune back then on October 8th, 1871, Neptune was in Aries, but we have Venus in Pisces right now. Pisces and Neptune is all about total loss, dissolving. Okay, I said that in my Pisces Venus video. We will be dealing with total loss and devastation. But with the North Node in Aries and Chiron in Aries, semi-sextile? Yes, semi-sextile, whatever's in Pisces. Get into those little aspects. They mean a lot. But the sky right now is a recipe for loss through fire. And then back to January, we're in a fire, Mars-ruled fire month. Then I looked up the Iroquois fire. Iroquois, I don't know how to say it. But the fire of Iroquois, December 30th, 1903, the South Node was in Aries, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of wild, expansion, big, huge. I've already said Jupiter's bigger than your sun sign. Jupiter was in Pisces. When you have a Pisces, Aries sky, total loss. My client, a friend of mine now in Australia, her house burned down. I've mentioned her before. Her house burned down September of last year. So what, like 3 or 4 months ago? Her Lilith is in Aries. Her first Aries house is packed, and she has a Pisces Mercury. And then Mars is retrograde in Cancer. But LA has an Aries moon. That's mutual reception. An Aries moon, Mars in Cancer. Mars rules Aries. Okay, the moon rules Cancer. You got the moon, you got LA's moon in a Mars-ruled sign, and you have Mars right now in a moon-ruled sign, but the moon rules the home, okay? The energy of the home. Cancer rising, Cancer first house, Cancer Mars, the moon in the first house, Aries fourth house, Mars in the fourth, break-ins, house fires, whether it's yours or you know people who have had their house burned down, moms who are in the military, moms who are police officers, and then LA is a Virgo sun, Aries moon. Like the woman who, it's so funny. There's so much. So the woman, remember the woman who blew through that intersection at 160 miles an hour, and the bitch lived. Crazy. The bitch lived, but the family she hit passed away. But that woman was from Houston. Okay, Houston is a Virgo sun, Aquarius moon. LA is a Virgo sun, Aries moon. Virgo driving. Virgo has a lot to do with tragedy. Virgo opposes Pisces. So LA's sun is opposing Venus and Pisces, but 9/11, it happened during Virgo season. Virgo is the physical manifestation of loss and destruction. 9/11 not only happened during Virgo season, the planes flew from Boston. Boston is a Virgo sun, Aquarius moon, just like Houston. And it makes sense that I myself, a triple Aquarius Virgo South Node, have lived in cities with the same sun and moon. And I see it in both of these cities. But Virgo ain't just about cleanliness and health. It's the cleanup and the medical attention that's required after tragedy. But back to January being a 1 month. I mean, we're not even halfway through the month and we're having this type of, and it's not just a fire, okay? This is probably going to be a historical fire. The way that LA is burning up right now. And then on the radio in Houston, they're talking about the LA fires while there's a car on fire on, I forget which freeway in Houston. But I mean, you can't make this shit up. And then today, while all this is happening, I have somebody talking to me about a physical altercation that happened with her and her mother and her sister. Physical altercation, Aries, 1 January. But we're in Capricorn season. You combine it. It's like math. I see why we had math is, or spirituality is mathematic as well. Okay, math is spirituality. They go hand in hand. But somebody's talking to me about a physically violent experience that they had with their parent, Capricorn's parents. And then I'm wearing this red hat while we're talking about this. Red, fire, the number 1. So when I went to go see Wicked, first of all, Wicked played in theater number 7. 7 and 1 oppose each other. 7 is Libra, 1 is Aries, okay? But Wicked is all about duality and partnership, okay? Cynthia and Ariana. But the part of the theater where Wicked was, on the top, it said theaters 1 through 11. I said, that's a whole bunch of ones. So in my head, I said, let me guess what kind of movies are going to be down there. Movies about the color red, the number 1. Guns, fire, war, fighting movies. And of course, we go down there and the movie, The Red One, is playing down there. Okay, The Red One. I mean, how much more Marsy can you get? But there were movies, there were slasher flicks, war movies, all one type of movies. So one is not ruled by the sun, okay? And I have more faith in the Gregorian calendar because the energy is aligning, okay? January being the first month, and we're dealing with fires. People are dealing with parental conflict. People are talking about loneliness and being alone. Me and one of my Aries heavy friends, we're talking about how we get sick of doing things alone, being, with heavy Aries placements. I see it with all of them. That's a whole nother story. I get sick of being so alone, okay? I have Mars in my 6th house. I was in my house like, yo, I wish I had somebody to watch Jamaica. And one of my Virgo friends actually came to my house and watched Jamaica. And while I was out, I was like, this feels so good. It feels good to have. I see why Scorpios be trying to be all booed up and shit. Do you want to do something with somebody? You want some help in life? Shit. But anyway, one is not ruled by the sun. It's ruled by Mars. And you can see it. I do it like this so y'all can see for yourselves. Not even halfway through a 1 rule month, we dealing with all this fire.